You know what? It's time for another road trip. Let's go!
Hey! So this is actually the next day because, you know, we had some man stuff to get up to, didn't we?
Man stuff.
We're the man stuff. So we're heading, where are we heading?
We're going to the DHL depot to get my kilts for the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to CX, baby!
We're gonna go get some games!
So, we're going to DHL now to get the kilts. I'm getting married in May. And there's a CX round the corner for it, so I thought may as well go take a sneaky wee peek. Dunes. Fucking Dunes. Is that what you called it? Dunes.
Dunes! That is what I called it.
Banging? No.
Hey! We're gonna go check out some CX in Dunes! That's how you say it?
What we done?
Oh, Inception! We're going to Dunes! Dunes! Cummings.
I am a child.
So yeah, here we came to check out the CX in Blackpool, and I will say they considering gaming is not that huge over in Ireland, they had a decent enough selection of stuff. Like they had some retro in there. Granted, it was extremely overpriced. I mean, they had like these N64 cartridges. I mean, you're more of the collector of N64, but it just seemed like a little bit much. I don't know if that's right to say.
Like, the N64 prices were alright for the most part, taking into account that the euro to pound conversion. Like, so a €5 game there is like €3.50 or €3, like £3.
Yeah.
So like, it's still alright, but the PSP games here are absolutely
Yeah, they were over the top expensive. Like I would never have paid that. I mean, this Tomb Raider game by here was like, whew, €18. So one of the things that I noticed was this Mario Kart Double Dash, €48. Wow.
I don't know if that's standard price, to be honest. I'm not that versed in GameCube games, but what the hell was this? I know it's like...
This was a game exclusive. This was a really cool little thing. I've never personally seen that before.
If it wasn't in that condition, it would be cool, but it looks like a printed cover.
So this is day 2, I believe, where we were going to Douglas, and no, we were going into Cork, right?
There's only 3 places you need to remember. So we're driving into the Cork city centre, and basically there's this old asylum here that was recently burnt down.
Spooky.
Because a homeless man tried to warm himself in it and set the place on fire. So
yeah, that was really cool. Really, really cool.
The fire wasn't cool.
No, the fire wasn't cool, but the place itself was definitely cool.
It's part of a very old, like, you know, asylum and hospital. There's another hospital building next to it that they've renovated, which is apparently meant to be super haunted, but
yeah,
I'll leave that for another day.
So here's our first little charity shop as we got into Cork, and well, they had some bangers in there, right, Graham? I mean, you can see you're looking really happy about it.
I'm not going to lie, they had more games than I thought they were going to have. So this is the second game. This is the second shop here we're in now. This is basically a pots and pans and retro gaming shop. You know,
yeah, there was a bit of everything in there, wasn't there? But there was some games in there that you found.
There was a few games in here that I found, but again, this is one of the things where the guy knows it's retro, so he's charging retro prices.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, some of them are kind of hit and miss. Some of them are good, but some prices are just...
So then, what'd you pick up?
Perfect Dark, game of car. But it's got the rumbly daily. It's got the battery in it, so I don't know how it's going to... Hopefully it's no...
corroded.
Fuck no. And then... Pop it.
I don't know about you, but all that game hunting made me really, really hungry, so, you know.
Aye. I think we're going to go to a very special wee place now, where we're going to get some yummy grub.
Food.
So one of the things I didn't realise is Ireland doesn't have a Greggs.
So Centras are basically like Spars, and we didn't have Greggs. Thanks for rubbing that one in there, James.
You're welcome.
Bye. We have Centras, which are basically, we have Spars and we have Centra, which is basically like a souped up Spar.
And to be fair, it's not a bad trade-off because look at this. There was some beautiful food in there.
Aye, like first thing in the morning when the food's put out, it's glorious. When it's 1:30 and the food's been out for 5 hours, maybe not so much. But I'm not going to complain.
It looked pretty good, and it was pretty good.
So we got a breakfast roll.
Hey, so we've just come to Satra and how's keto going? You enjoying your food? Yeah, all good, all good. You got me some coffee and some breakfast. Oh yeah.
So after that, I was back on to some charity shop hunting and some shops. There wasn't a great deal there, but there was enough there for us to find some bits and pieces, wasn't there?
There's not a whole heap of shops, but the last time James was over, I didn't really show him much of the city, so we kind of went for a bit of a walk this time and kind of saw a wee bit more.
I gotta say, the city is absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's got that old-timey sort of vibe. I love it. Absolutely love the architecture. I just thought this place was absolutely beautiful.
Well, James, if you love the architecture, you're going to love the next place to take you. So, as Irish as it gets, I'm going to take you to get some gelato. Now, I know you're thinking, that's not Irish. Well, it's pistachio and it's green, therefore it's Irish.
And let me tell you, this place was the bomb. Do you know what? I wish someone would look at me the way your son was looking at that ice cream. But yeah, they had crazy flavors. I mean, the pistachio is what we both went
pistachio
for,
is
and I
insane.
absolutely...
There you go. Beautiful weather in Ireland right here.
And then just like that, the weather just turned, didn't it? It just literally went from like quite nice and sunny to hammering it down with rain.
This seems to be a common thing when you're over. Last time we were over, it was absolutely pissing rain. We went to CX, and again, the same thing happened now.
I think it's just the luck of the Irish right there.
Luck of the fucking Welsh. You brought the weather with you.
It is absolutely lashing, Carol. It is lashing, as you can see.
You're right, we should have booked the bus.
Aye, see, we shouldn't have taken a bus.
So, where are we?
Batman.
Batman.
We were both super hyped to go check this movie out. This film has got to be like one of the biggest films of the year so far, I'd say.
So far it is, anyway. I was super hyped for this for a long time.
Yeah.
And I was very much looking forward to it, and especially the fact that James was coming more, so I had to wait that extra week.
There's really good football over there as well.
Where you go up?
Football.
It's like McDonald's.
Look.
I live in the back cave.
So we went into this place called the Omniplex and we went to see the Max viewing of Batman.
I can I just say, we had the most horrific time getting food and everything like that, because they've got a new system up there that's absolutely bananas stupid. You have to go to one kiosk, order your food, take the ticket to a guy behind a counter, and then you have to fucking give him, he reads the bit of paper, then goes and gets the food. What is the point?
Well, that sucks.
So that was actually one of the things that I was going to say about, because my god, it just seems so backwards to do it that way, but...
It seems so fucking Irish. And that's not being racist. That's a very Irish way of doing things.
So, as for Batman, what did you think of it, Graham?
I would give it a solid 6 out of 10. I think, I'll keep it brief here, but Robert Pattinson's a hard sell as Batman. He's very much a moody teenager for most of it, and he just seems like a pouting wee bitch. The best part about it was the Riddler and the Penguin. They could have done more with the Penguin. The whole kind of design and colour scale and everything like that looked amazing. It was dark and gritty and gloomy as fuck. And the music and just general kind of audio in the movie was fantastic. And I liked the Bat car. The Batmobile. I know you didn't, but I did.
Oh, see, now that was one of the biggest things for me. Now, I can completely agree with you in respects of, I think Robert Pattinson is way too moody for this role. I like the fact that they went dark with it, But one of the biggest things for me about this film was the audio, the music. I thought the way they did that was just absolutely fantastic. But yeah, there were a lot of things in this film that I did not like, and that seems to be an unpopular sort of view on it, because a lot of people are raving about this, saying that it's like their favorite Batman. I mean, I like it. It's dark. It's got that mystery. I like how brutal it was. There was a lot of fight scenes where he's just going to town on some of these bad guys. And, you know, there was a lot of good relationship aspects. But, I don't know, it just seemed a little bit too, I don't know, like morose, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. It just seemed too grim. And don't get me wrong, I like that. But it just seemed like all doom and gloom. And I don't know, there's something about Batman where you see him get vengeance on different things. It was like even then he just seemed like to mood about it and just be like, oh okay.
The fact he's actually writing on a diary as well. One thing I want to say about the brutality there is it's as good as some of the scenes are, like they're completely lost when it cuts to the guy 2 seconds later. He's just beat the shit out of it and he's like just got up and walked away as if nothing happened to him. Like there's a bit where he's like punching a guy on the flare in the face, and you hear like the noises. Then it cuts to the guy 2 seconds later, and he's like, "I'm fine," and like he's like he's no bloodied, he's no broken in any way. I don't know, that kind of derailed the fight scenes and the violence and that there for me.
Definitely, and I completely agree with you. There were some bits of this that it just seemed to ruin, and like I said, overall, I thought it was a decent Batman film, but there are definitely better Batman films out there.
He's definitely no Christian Bale, and he's definitely no Michael Keaton. No. But the guy who played the Riddler and Colin Farrell who played the Penguin, I think, were the two saving graces of the movie. They should have done more with the Penguin instead of kind of just taking a piss out of him in certain bits, but
yeah, I mean, they were trying to build the world, I get that, but yeah, there were a lot of characters in this that they just seemed to leave out, so. But ultimately, I thought it was a decent enough film, worth a watch. Would I be watching it again anytime soon? I don't know. No. So anyways, guys, that was Ireland.
This is Ireland. So why this was the first, this is the second time James has been over, and this is the first time we've got to kind of properly hang out and walk about the place, because the time before we were kind of still running about busy enough.
Definitely, and it definitely won't be my last, because I mean you're there, buddy. So
and I'm getting married in May.
And you're getting married very soon, so I'll be coming over for that, and I cannot wait.
And your kilt as well. Didn't forget your kilt.
I know, I have been looking.
No kilt, no entry.
Is it? Okay.
Right, guys, so that was my little trip to Ireland. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just waiting to go home now, so yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit those like, comment, subscribe and things down in the bottom. But anyway, until next time, take it easy.